It's found in Psalm 127. And I'm going to read it out of the Message Bible. Okay, and the Message Bible is just the version that I think might bring the most relative truth to you guys this morning. So if you look up here, we'll read it together. It says, it's a song that they sung, or a prayer that they said, as they ascended toward Jerusalem. So as they were in a season of transition, moving from one place to another, they would sing this song. And it's just really short. If they had instruments like lyres or harps, they would play stringed instruments with this. It says that God doesn't build a house, the builders only build shacks. When we think about the word shacks, we know that shacks, especially here in Hilo, they're temporary. They're easily blown down, especially with the weather that we have here, the tidal waves, things like that. If you have a shack here, it's not going to last very long. Okay? Because the first storm that comes, the shack will be gone. If God doesn't guard the city, the night watchman might as well take a nap. It's useless to rise early and go to bed late and work your worried fingers to the bone. Don't you know that He enjoys giving rest to those He loves? And sometimes we see that in today's society. We see everybody working, instead of really focusing on the family. Right? We see that all throughout our society. We see that. Everybody's just working. It's like a dog chasing its tail, you know, or chasing the wind. You're always going after it. If you don't know what you're going after, it's like you never really get it, but you're running really hard and trying to pursue all of those things. Okay? And that's when he says, man, he goes, the most important thing is being together as a family. He goes on to say, in this song or in this prayer, don't you see that children are God's best gift? Let's stop there. Okay? That's what I love about having Legend and all the children around us in the sanctuary and hearing the children all play. This is a family-style church, right? And so every time we're around, last week Erica was here, and we always have children here sharing them. But they're the greatest gift. You know that this society, every time you walk somewhere in a store, in a grocery store here, everybody in Hawaii, they always look at the kids. They're like, good, don't be looking at my kids like that, you know? But because we know the innocence of children, and man, we just, every single person goes, hey, you have a beautiful child, and that's a very common thing here, right? Because we know that they're God's best gift. The fruit of the womb is His generous legacy. Like the warrior's fistful of arrows are the children of a vigorous youth. Oh, how blessed are you parents when your quivers are full of children. How blessed are you? How blessed am I? Right? Because we get to enjoy that, our children. All the things. When they were younger, man, it was just phenomenal. We got to enjoy so many. Now that they're teenagers, they grow a little bit apart from you, and then when you get a little bit older, they'll come back around. I can't wait for that part where they come back around, like they're going to make it through the teenage years, right? But man, when they were young, man, we would just experience the greatest joy, going camping and hiking and all those things. Here, he closes out the prayer by saying this: your enemies don't stand a chance against you. Why? Because he likened them to a warrior's fistful of arrows. Right? And we know, we don't really use fistful of arrows today when we see Robin Hood and 300 and things like that, but we can't really, it would be like saying they're precision missiles. That's what it would be like today. They're precision missiles. Your children are like precision missiles who will hit their target right on the spot. That's what it was. It was something that could reach the enemy from a distance. And that's what I believe about this generation. That's what I believe about our children. That they will be that laser-guided missile, they're going to hit right the exact target that they're supposed to hit. They will fulfill their destiny because we, as parents, and we as a family, as a community, we will be the greatest cheerleaders and the greatest encouragers and the greatest trainers to make that happen. That's why we're so passionate about this next generation. Because if we lose this next generation, don't blame anybody else. Don't blame somebody else. If we lose this generation, we're given the privilege today to train and influence this generation. Okay? If we lose this generation, don't blame anybody else. It's our own fault. We just got to look in the mirror. If we lose these kids, I was looking last night, they were just, they were doing drugs openly. All kinds of crazy things. Right now, teen suicide and all of these things are just plaguing our students and our kids today. That's why we're so passionate. We're like, no, we're going to help them fulfill their purpose, which is a warrior's fistful of arrows. They're going to have an offensive attack. In a positive way, in society. It says your enemies don't stand a chance against you, right? It says right here, you'll sweep them right off your doorstep. Think about how close your doorstep is. It's right there at your front door. That's what it means. So many times, Satan is just bringing it right to your front door. I know that through experience. I can tell you many times he's visited my front door. He's visited our front door. But guess what? Every time he comes to our front door, we know, right? We pray together. We know that God has gifted us with these kids. They're like laser-guided missiles right into the devil. It says right here, you'll sweep them right off. Get off my porch. You ain't welcome here. Okay? And so that's what he says. That's what a father, King David, who knew many victories. He also knew many failures. But that's what he told his son. And his son, in return, gave this to us, this song or this prayer.